Usually the voice, this is the voice. Hey, the voice people. Should I have like a little light on it? Because the only thing is my light doesn't last that long. Maybe if I plug it in, y'all know I be coming on here. I should do stuff before I get here. But I'm so last minute most of the time that I don't even be thinking about like how to get myself together beforehand and what I'm gonna need. But a lot of times people don't come in until 20 minutes later anyway, so I can just do my thing. I'm only gonna be on here until about, I believe, well, okay, it depends, right? Because if there's a few people in here and we're chit-chatting and having a good time, then I'll probably stay in here until 8:45. If I'm not having a lot of people in here, maybe I'll stay for around 20 minutes and then go over to TikTok for 20 minutes, so that I can handle two of my social media places. I've been posting videos the last few days. See, this ain't even gonna fit. I've been posting videos the last few days. I've been posting videos all year, so I ain't even gonna lie. Let me tell you. But I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. My day job is the wedding singer. And so my gigs are pretty much over this year unless I get something for New Year's Eve, which I don't see happening. But if I do, I still don't have a whole lot that I need to do over the next few months. The season ends in December sometime, and then it picks back up like I think my first normal yearly time thing, if I do anything, is a little thing that we do every like April, like end of March, beginning of April. I'm trying to find something to plug this light in so that it'll stay on for longer. Because it'll just die out on me. And like 20 minutes or something like that. And I'd be like, man, I had the light going, looking good and everything. And then boom, 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 it just won't act right. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? I don't have the shadow from the phone or anything like that, and the light being behind the phone. Now it's in front of the phone, so it looks pretty good. Hey, all right, there, that's me, and I am on. And yes, it looks good. It looks professional. I have another little thing where I could actually put on. I have a little microphone or whatever that I got all this all set up. You know how you be so excited to do things and you get it all together, you shop for what you need, blah, 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 and the other. You use it like a half a dozen times and then boom. It's like you don't use it no more. And that's basically what's happened with this, what am I doing? That is basically what happened with like my little setup for like my podcasting kind of setup. Because like I do all this stuff, I got it all together and everything. Yeah. I don't even use it. Besides the fact that probably for the last 6-8 weeks, I haven't even gone live on any site, maybe once over that time, but I was really busy. I talked about it yesterday while I was on live. I was doing some gigs. I had something at least Lincoln Center where it was about a 2-week thing because we rehearsed like three times over 2 weeks, and then we had a 1-day gig. So, that was all cute and fun and fine and everything like that. And then at the same time, I also had some corporate gigs. So I was not only learning the music for this opera, but I was also learning material that we need to work on for the corporate gig, just so much material that we listed to go through to do. And let me tell you, let me see if I can find my little list here that we had, because I'm a Virgo, so I keep lists of things so that I can just look at them, and be like, blah, blah, blah. Even my ideas, I have a bunch of ideas here of things that I want to do for Christmas. Okay, so this is the list that was requested of me it was the first gig, November 1st. And it was like, they want some Rat Pack material. What do you do? So I did, I get a kick out, I said I could do. I get a kick out of you, all of me, come rain or come shine, night and day, my funny Valentine, paper moon, on the street where you live, sway, unforgettable, sweet Lorraine. Okay. And then we had a few other things like, oh, for requests, and it was The Door, Glory Days, Living on a Prayer, Johnny Be Good, and You Make My Dreams Come. You make my dreams come true. Okay. You know how many of them we did out of all of that list of songs that I just said? We did Night and Day. We did Unforgettable. We did Living on a Prayer. So out of just like 15 songs that I was working on for that one gig, we did 3 of them. And then the night before, I got a text saying, oh, can you do this song, Viva Las Vegas by Elvis? And I was about to go to a party, a little card party, whatever. Thank goodness I got that text because I was like, okay, well, I won't be going to this party because I need to work on this song. So I worked on the song. I get there the next day, and it's the first song opening up the room. And we did the song for about 15 minutes. So I sang through it several times. I probably have the music. I probably have it here. Let me see. You know, I be having receipts because I try to record everything. And that's one of I have a So You Want to Be a Singer series here on YouTube that was decently popular back in the day. I started it in 2007. And what I was doing basically was as a professional singer, you know, I do that for a living. What I was doing was I was trying to help other people who, you know, people are getting on, they're doing their covers. Some people are just doing it for fun, but other people like, you know, maybe I'll be able to, you know, can I make some money out of this or whatever? So my whole thing was advising people on how you could get into becoming a professional singer. You know, even starting from just singing in a choir or singing in school, or going on up to, you know, maybe taking music in high school or college and going out to audition and blah, 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 all this good stuff, taking voice lessons and all that good stuff. So it was decently popular. I have over 100 videos in the series. I have over 5 million views on this channel. And it's a lot more now. But like the last time I really paid any attention, I had over 5 million views. Okay. So one thing I want to do while I'm sitting here. So I did this series, and one of the segments is record everything. Record everything. Record your rehearsals, record your performances, record your auditions if you can. If you can put something in your pocket and be recording while you audition, record everything. I record my ideas. You know, because, you know, I might get in and I do it a lot. I wake up and I have an idea. I've been singing a song in my dream, and I know that it's not like a song that I've ever heard, or if I have, it's been like, you know, in my subconscious or whatever. But a lot of times it's something I've never heard. So I want to get that melody and as much of the lyrics down as I can so that then I can recreate that song. And, you know, I think that's a gift from the universe. Something's like, oh, this is something that, you know, we want to be heard or whatever. And I just recently had 2 songs that happened. One was a Christmas song, and the other is like a 50s style old school bebop song, which I actually finished writing. I wrote not the whole thing, but I wrote the verse. I wrote chorus, verse, chorus, and I'm planning on shooting that this month and either releasing it this month or next month on the internet. And I'm thinking I might try to use Sonu. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I'm going to, and see if like it'll be able to build out the music for me. And like if it's something where you can pull things in and, you know, change things and blah, 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 and the other, I would use Sonu. You know, why not? Okay, so let me see. What am I going to look for? I'm looking for the song that we opened the room with. And I know I got it recorded. I probably didn't even have to. Let me look and see if it's in my music. I'm like, you're going to have me do this Elvis song you asked me the night before. And the theme of the thing was Viva Las Vegas. So the song is Viva Las Vegas. And I suppose they were going to play it over the loudspeakers or something like that. The DJ was going to play it. But they decided they wanted it live at the last minute. So they're like, oh, can you do this? Now, I was the only male singer on the gig. So because I had to do all the male songs. And so she was like, "Oh, can you learn this?" I'm like, "I'll do my best." Let me see. I'm going to music library. So I record everything. And sometimes, I forget to set up during a scene or live tracks unedited. And this is Fan Staten Island 1. There it is. So sometimes I forget to turn on the digital recorder or whatever. But most of the times, and sometimes the battery runs out because it's like a 4-hour gig. But I don't know if you can hear this, but this is the song. And we were playing it. This is the gig. This is the gig, okay? You have to learn stuff quickly and be ready to do it. With no rehearsal with the band. They just start playing it, you start at the top. Waiting out there, devil may care, love to spare. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. A little shaky, right? I learned this the night before. Other day. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas with your neon flashing and your one love every passion. All those hoes now is rain. Viva Las Vegas, I don't like it. You got money, day and night, driving to see you walk. You'll never be the same again. Yes, sir. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva, Viva. That was a mistake. So they went on. I don't know whose mistake it was, if it was mine or it was theirs. I think I was going on to the ending and they were extending it without letting me know, right? But this is the gig. This is what you do. And the band leader, when we went on break, she was very, very happy. She was like, "Oh, when you said you were gonna do your best, I thought it was gonna be terrible." She's like, "I thought you were just gonna like slapdash it." I was like, "Honey, I learned that song as best I could." And the big thing about learning songs is just knowing the changes, because like something, even when it goes into that. Da, 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 and then da, 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 it does a little, undertow. And it's the same thing in the bridge that I can't remember right now. Because like you learn those so fast that I would not remember that one unless I do it a few times. Then I would remember like all the changes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if somebody asked me to do it again, which I doubt, because 20 something years I've never done that song before, and we've never performed that song. None of the bands I've ever been with, and I like have worked for maybe 25, 30 different bands over the years, if not more. Never done that song before, so I doubt that we're going to be doing it again in any time in the near future. But you never know, because this band might want to do it because they already learned it or whatever, and we did it, and they might decide they want to do it. But yeah, whatever. Okay, so we are talking about singing and music and the voice. Right now, ain't a whole hell of a lot of people up in here, so I think about what time is it? It's been 15 minutes, so about 5 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here and go on over to because I don't know where I get more interaction. I would say generally I get more interaction on um but I remember a recent, not too recent, because I haven't been on here for a while. I've been doing lives for a while. I did one yesterday. Before that, it was probably 2 months ago. But that time I had jumped on about 2 or 3 months ago. And I swear to you, there were like 100 and some people in the live. And I was like, oh, where all these people come from? You want there to be a bunch of people, but then there's all this stuff going on in the comments that you can't really follow. And if you happen, if you happen to be telling the story, which I do a lot of, I'm talking about stuff that happened, blah. I'm telling the story, whatever. By the time you finish, it's like 50 more comments. You're like, oh my God, like, hey, yeah, you answer somebody's question, and you got 20 more. I don't know how really big like YouTubers and TikTokers and live streamers do it. I think they ignore a large amount of what comes through. And I think that's why a lot of times you're in a very, very busy live stream and you have to repeat something, or you see people repeating something 20, 30, 40 times until they get noticed or banned because they're spamming. But people be trying to do what they try to do in order to get noticed. And I'm like, man, being on the other side of that is like crazy. It's like all these, and I personally feel bad about like not answering somebody's question or not acknowledging someone. You see they come in and say hello or something like that. And I try not to give the energy to the trolls, because the trolls, I don't, listen, if y'all gonna come and hang out in the live and pump up the numbers, I enjoy it. I love it. I'm fine. But I'm not gonna be answering all this crazy stuff you're talking about unless I'm, just ain't got nothing else to do. Then I might be talking some crap myself. But otherwise, I'm just gonna let you, do your thing, and I'm gonna do mine. Why is this saying that it's not? So this is season 28. Is it really is it the 28th season of The Voice? Oh my God. That's 14 years. It's a long time, y'all. There's recently a big video where a guy is like, oh, name one person who's become famous from The Voice. Nobody ever becomes famous from The Voice. And I mean, in a way, it's right. I've gotten to several debates with people on there, including one person who actually performed on The Voice, about the show and about stardom and all this good stuff. And like The Voice has not produced any superstars. But the way I look at it personally, because I'm not all about being like, superstar, super famous and all that good stuff. It's about being able to make a good living doing what you love to do. And if what you love to do is performing, writing songs, being on stage, and you get on The Voice and you are in, millions of people's households are watching every week, and you even make it like, let's say 4 weeks. You're on the show 4 weeks. I mean, you are in front of, let's say 10 million people a week, and there is some overlap, but I would say 40 million people see you. Worldwide, even if it's 40 million people worldwide, because of course they post it on all of their social medias, and on YouTube, there's people definitely for all over the world, because I chat with people from all over the place, and they're like, oh, I don't get to watch the show because I'm in, Sweden, because I'm in Germany, because I'm here, but I don't get to watch it live, but I watch the videos and stuff like that. And I love your comments and that. I'm like, thank you so much. But it's like they're all over. So you get exposed to people all over the world, and you can gain fans all over the world. Just this little, YouTube page that I have, with 13,000 followers, I have gotten sales from my music. I have gotten my music placed in television and movies just from YouTube with only 13,000 followers. Now you think of these people who are on The Voice who, get millions of people that see them, get to know them, get to know their talent, get to know their story. over several weeks. And a lot of them pick up a lot of followers. More so when it started. You know, when these shows started, like American Idol and The Voice and X Factor and America's Got Talent, people follow immediately once they see you on television. It's not so much anymore. People want to get to know you if they really like you and they like your music, they like your style, blah, 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 then they'll follow. You know, it takes them a little while to commit, you know. But it's the same here on YouTube or TikTok or wherever, whatever you are. People are less likely to, you know, follow like immediately the first time they see you. I have so many returning followers. In my analytics I was looking at today, actually, there's so many returning people who are not subscribe to me, but they come back and watch a video. Then they come back and watch another video. Maybe come back to a third video. And if they're liking what they're seeing, maybe fourth or fifth time, they end up subscribing. Because they, you know, they got 500 people that they're already following. So picking up somebody new is not always, you know, and we look at it as a content creator. You look at it as kind of, oh, you don't want to support me. You enjoy my content, but you don't want to support, you know, my hustle or whatever like that. But then they're looking at it as I have, you know, 5,000 people I'm following. How am I going to find this person? You know, their videos come up right now without me being subscribed. And once I subscribe, I might never see them again. Because the algorithm acts like that. The way these darn, it's so frustrating. Even for me as a watcher, because I watch a lot of videos also. You know, I'll be looking at somebody, and yes, sometimes I'll look at them and I'll see, and oh, okay, and I might comment, you know, I might like the video, whatever, but I don't follow. But then I see them again and again and again. Then you subscribe to them, you follow them, and they don't come up in your FYP anymore. And it's like, why? That doesn't make any sense. I'm actually saying, yes, this is content that I want to see, or else I wouldn't follow. And then they don't come up in your FYP anymore. They don't come up on your stream anymore. They're not recommended anymore. They're only recommending new people all the time. People that you're not subscribed to, people that you're not following. So it's kind of backwards to me. Even though now that I've mentioned it and said it out loud, basically, it kind of makes sense from the standpoint of, you know, getting more people on the app and getting more people involved. But it just, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just, yeah. So anyway, we are watching The Voice tonight. And it does, I'm on here now because it usually starts at 8 o'clock. And I hope it didn't start already. Should I go and check? It said on the thing that it wasn't start till 9. I'll be so upset if it actually started at 8 o'clock. Well, there's supposed to be something else playing at 8 o'clock. We do not know who the 6 people, it's the first time that it will be 6 people in the finale. And I don't know who's going to make it. Like, America voted. Because America voted, I would suppose that 2 country artists are going to go into the finale. That's what I would suppose. But I don't know. You don't know how. I would hope. Let me tell you what I would hope. One person that would definitely be going into the finale. Who you think she is? I gave a little bit of it away, right? Yoshihana. Yoshihana, or however you say her name. Yoshihana. I'm telling you, that woman and like, she's like the type. She's like a Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin. Just she's got all these Fantasia. She's got all of the influences, these sounds that are just like old school R&B, but like top notch R&B. And I love that so much. And I'm so sad that she didn't go through. I kind of understand why Snoop chose Ralph. And he did have the pimp spot, right? He sang his behind off as far as I'm concerned. You know, and he brings soul. A male artist is more likely to win. And I don't even want to say it because that's kind of controversial. We don't try to be too controversial on this channel, even though maybe nobody may ever see it anyway. So let me just say it: a non-person of color is more likely to win because America is voting. Somebody gonna clip this, and that's But you are America. All you people are America. But I think, yeah, it is just the way of the world. Country is like the biggest, most adamant fan base in America. And they might not have the numbers as far as being really popular, blah blah blah, all like the pop girlies and stuff like that. But they have the dedication to their artists that that are Bay level, Beyonce level dedication, but to the genre. And us not so much. Like me, I love all kinds of music. I do listen to country. I usually say, oh, I'm not really a country fan, but there's so many country songs I like. There's so many country artists that I actually do listen to their music, and I don't like all of it because I'm not enamored of the really twangy, banjo-y, songs, like the old school country. But some of the newer country I really enjoy. Some of the newer artists like Breland and like Mickey Guyton and like what was that man's name? Sam. We haven't heard from him in a while, but he kind of like rap sings. I love his take on country music. Um, who am I thinking of? What I can't remember his name at the moment. Oh my God. All right, so I'm blanking. I'm blanking. But yeah. What time is it? Let me see. It's 26. Okay, no, I said 30, right? Did I say 30 minutes or did I say 20? I did say 20 minutes, but I'm still sitting here. So it's been 26 minutes. I might as well go ahead and sign out. And what time is it? 8:33. Go over to TikTok for about 15 minutes. This is Robert Antine, robertantine.com, your singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. I will be commenting on the voice on my So You Want to Be a Singer on Twitter. And of course, on all of the videos that come up, I post my comments. I take them from Twitter and put them up on the videos. And you people seem to very much be enjoying them, and I love it. I so appreciate you liking the comments and just enjoying them and interacting. And I appreciate you guys so much. All right, I'm out. Peace. Now, how do you cut this thing off? I think my light is over the. Okay, there it is.